Kopite Podcast with your hosts Mick Moran and Jay Pearson.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Kopite Podcast. We're back with another show, Jay. Back again to have a chat about the Reds' 3-1 win over Manchester City yesterday in the illustrious, glorious, best trophy in the world, Charity Shield / Community Shield, and we won the thing. And yeah, I'm joined by Jay once again. Nice one, Jay, for jumping on again. How are you doing?
Not bad, mate. Happy that I've got 50p in my pocket. So yeah, all good.
That massive 50p, boss. And yeah, we're joined by Kristian Anderson again once again for your. This is your second appearance, Kristian. So you're one away from your hat-trick. How are you doing?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm good, thank you. I'm just in the car at the moment, so sun is shining. So I'm happy with the win last night. I'm happy with the weather in Sweden at the moment.
You lucky bastard, loving life in lovely Sweden. But yeah, we'll just get stuck straight into it. Then obviously 3-1 win. Pretty strong team, Jay, in terms of what we see, and obviously Adrian in goal. I think the preview show, we pretty much predicted what the team was going to be in terms of it was going to be as strong as can be. It was only a question mark over maybe is it going to be Nunez or is it going to be Firmino? Is it going to be Matip or is it going to be Konate? We knew Adrian was starting in goal, but was you happy with the starting 11 that Jürgen picked for that one?
Yeah, absolutely, mate. There's again you like for like replacements in a way with Matip and Konate. They're both very very good centre half, so there's no worry whichever one of them plays. And obviously the excitement of Nunez maybe starting, I was glad that he was on the bench because I thought Bobby was perfect against Man City with the job he does. And the Bobby love that we've got for him. He needs to come back a little bit because he had been injured last season. He's sort of like been a bit of a forgotten man at the minute. So it was great to see him start. And I thought it was very well played, the Klopp, to do that, to not throw in Nunez from the beginning because there's so much pressure on him from rival fans and quite a few of our own fan base, unfortunately, putting so much pressure on him. So I thought it was really good that he didn't start the game because I couldn't be arsed with the Nunez Haaland touches from minute one. I just thought it just kept the team relaxed and we went about our business just before the ball was kicked.
Yeah, because even in the build-up, like on ITV, it was like the arrival of Haaland and blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, oh, I know it's a massive thing. And obviously he's one of the best in the world for a reason, whatever. But it's that building up of like building someone up that it's just that they're hoping for them to fail, aren't they, in a way? And it's just like I'm not here for that really. But yeah, Kristian, first half an hour obviously we were really energetic. We were on top for most of that 30 minutes. Obviously, we then get the goal in that bracket on the 21st minute. Trent Alexander-Arnold, Thiago gets the ball, plays a little crispy pass a lot over the field to Mo Salah. Mo Salah lays it up and then Trent scores. Albeit a little bit of a deflection on, but it was a perfect start, wasn't it, to get that goal nice and early-ish within the first 20 minutes. That's key against Man City, and that's something that we probably need to do going forward in those bigger games in when the Premier League season starts next week.
Yeah, I like the way we started the game, the energy that you're talking about. And how we didn't get them the chance to, pass the ball around. We were on them from minute one. And obviously with the goal in the 21st minute, as you mentioned, it couldn't start any better, I guess. Seeing this game as, even if it's a shield that we picked up, it's still a friendly, even if, there's more buzz around this kind of game when it's against Man City, obviously. But I just like the way we played. I liked how players seems like they've gone through the pre-season without any problems. They're getting fit, and the way we played, I'm looking forward to what we can achieve this season if we can continue to keep this level. And we got such great players. You mentioned Thiago and his passing. I thought he was one of the best players on the pitch. So when you look at the team playing like that, we don't have anything to worry about. I was thinking, when you see Chelsea, Arsenal and other teams, buying players, you're thinking they might, get closer to us, if you like. But when you see Man City and Liverpool play like they did last night, I just don't think, they still not near enough. I think it will be another two-team race.
Yeah, it's the same every summer, isn't it, Jay? Like these teams buy good players and they like Kristian rightly says, like Chelsea have got Sterling, which is an amazing sign, and Arsenal bought Jesus, which is another really good signing for them. But you've got to think that they're just fighting for third and fourth. And I know we're not talking about the Premier League here in terms of this game, but you could see the levels, like Kristian said, like the ability, and that like City are just great to watch in terms of how methodical they are in terms of the ball, and they can pass it around, and the pressing is probably the best in the world. And then you've got us who've got so many quality players. But it was nice to get that early goal, wasn't it? And obviously we get to half time and it's 1-0. I think that towards maybe after the goal, with the Trent goal, they kind of do get a bit more of a foothold in the game, and they're kind of pressing us a bit higher. They had a few chances with Haaland and some other players who maybe probably should have scored. To be fair, on another day they could have scored, but to get to half time 1-0, that was a good solid base, wasn't it, going into the second half?
Yeah, and we've learned that before, haven't we? When we've gone in at half time, like in the FA Cup semi, it can, really boost your confidence quite a bit. So it was really important that if we were going to score, we try and score as early as we can. I mean, all that sounds really stupid, but it calms the nerves a little bit, isn't it? Because this is still Manchester City we're playing, no matter what game it is. So yeah, I was a little bit more relaxed going into half time, with us being 1-0 up, and yeah, just to echo a couple of the chances that we had, with Adrian and stuff like that. To be fair to him, he had a couple of missed kicks and stuff, but he didn't do too bad overall in the game in terms of the saves he made. I know we'll talk about their goal anyway, because he did fuck that up, obviously, but there was quite a few decent saves coming out of him. So, he didn't do himself any harm, to be fair, but,
Yeah, it's one of them, and it like the drop off isn't. I mean, if we had Keller in goal, I'd feel a lot better. But I think Adrian, a few good saves. I think there was a moment where he plays like a long ball and they have a chance from it. I think it's Mahrez has a chance at the end of it, because he plays a chip ball, and then Van Dijk absolutely destroys him by just screaming in his face, going, "I was open on the left hand side. Just look."
Yeah,
like, and things
exactly.
like that. Where if you've got Alisson in goal.
That's it, mate. You're not going to worry with Alisson. I mean, I know Alisson does like his tricks sometimes, but you are more calm and collected when Alisson's in there. But like I said, a couple of the shots that were coming at Adrian, he did what he's supposed to, get in the way of him, and he did stop a few certain goals. So I can't really be fully on the hate of Adrian at the minute, because I think he did all right yesterday. I've got to be honest, apart from their goal, obviously.
Yeah, and it's the Super Cup on the Charity Shield now, so he's doing well when he starts final. So long may that continue. But I don't want to see him in goal that much, obviously, the final.
Yeah.
If we don't have to. But yeah, like you said, Joe Miles will jump straight to that goal, and obviously 70 odd minutes. Alvarez, who just came on for them, gets a goal. It was a bit of a weird scenario, wasn't it, Kristian, in terms of the chance that happened. I think he got two hands on the ball, and then it kind of Foden comes in. He doesn't kick it out of his hands, but he's there to knock it a little bit, and it kind of gets in his way, and then they score from it. And then obviously there's a big VAR check, and it's a goal. How was your feeling when that one went in? Was you still confident we'd win it with 20 to go?
No, because City, when they score, they get extra energy. We've seen that before, but I was a little bit concerned about the goal, because first I thought, it's hard to see what's going on though. But the rule says, obviously, when I read it, that two hands on the ball, it should be a free kick for Adrian. But I found it hard to see if he had two hands on the ball, even on the replay, to be honest.
I don't think he did. I think when he come down on it, he's missed it completely, and then it's gone sort of up his body and out again. So yeah, so you are right, Chris.
But that's the thing; it's a hard one, when people screaming on Twitter, it's two hands on the ball and all that. It's just a 50-50. It could have gone our way, but they score. I wasn't that concerned, but I felt that when City, when they score like that, they get more energy and become more lethal, and you could tell that they got more chances after that as well. But I think we still control it quite good. I thought the way we played was making me feeling safe, so I wasn't that concerned. But you never know, and I thought, maybe this will probably go to penalties like it did last time.
Yeah, Jay, I don't know about you, so I didn't think I was bothered about the game at all until Man City scored that goal. Then it hit home. I was like, right, we need to fucking win this game. I don't want it to go to penalties, even though we're really good at penalties and we've got a really good track record with them. But I just kind of, because you could see it throughout the game in terms of a few moments where tackles are flying in and like people are fighting for the ball, and like Thiago and Bernardo Silva are just flying into tackles, De Bruyne's flying into tackles, and you're like, this isn't like each of them have bigged it up a little bit more than the Reds in terms of what it is, because it's not just whenever we play Man City, it's not just a friendly anymore. It's it's a clash of, like Kristian said before, it's a clash of two of the best teams in the world, and it's a clash of two titans, and that's when it hit home for me that we need to win this game. And obviously 13 minutes later we get the penalty. Obviously Darwin Nunez comes onto the field and has an impact. He has a good chance where, if it wasn't offside, the ball through by Bobby, it's a penalty. But just offside, and then obviously gets another chance where he has a header and Ruben Diaz throws his arm in the air, and we get a penalty, and then he has the cheek to complain about it. And then, but obviously up steps Mo Salah and does what Mo Salah does and bags it. And that was kind of like, obviously 7 minutes left, we still had to seal the game, but I felt a lot more at ease then going into the last 10 minutes. Did you?
Yeah, 100%, mate. You're spot on there, and there's not much more I can add to that. I was very well put, that, Michael, so quite impressed there. Yeah. But yeah, no, you're right, mate. I think just as soon as you're 1-0 up, you go, oh, it's sound, and then it's 1-1, and you just go, yeah, right, fuck off. I want this trophy now, regardless of it. It's a psychological battle, isn't it? At the end of the day, you want to get one over on them straight away. And I know when we lost the Charity Shield to City, we went on to win the league. So it can have, sort of reverse effect and stuff. But I think at the minute, trying to get as many wins as we can over City, it will help, because psychologically they will go in against us worried. We beat them. We didn't lose last season to them. Obviously, they only lost to us in the FA Cup. So there's that psychological build-up going on now. There's quite they've had to change a little bit in terms of it, because there's not a lot of pace on their wings now, unless they are playing Mahrez. They are a little bit more direct these days, and obviously with Zinchenko leaving, that sort of leaves something on the left. So I think it still will be a two-horse race, but obviously in terms of the way they're playing at the minute, they're going to have to play a little bit differently, so it could open up. But yeah, coming back to it, mate, as soon as we got that pen, yeah, it was a definite penalty. You can have no arguments about it. You can have a little bit of argument about the Matip one, because he did handball it in the box, obviously, but he's falling down, so there's not much you can do about that when you've got like an inch worth of room. So they can't really have too many complaints. And City fans can't fucking complain about handballs after last season anyway, against Wolves at all, when it hit his armpit, and then the fucking one at Everton. So they can't complain at all. So it's unjust bollocks. So yeah, mate, but as soon as Mo steps up, it's going to go in, don't you, at the end of the day, because he's just a fucking genius. And that's what I love about him, is all this talk about Haaland and Nunez, and it's like, fucking Mo Salah's still here. And I love that.
Yeah, and you just know he's going to be top goal scorer again, don't you? Like, he's just, now that he's at that maybe bit of a bad spot in his Liverpool career at the end of last year, but now that he's got the contract signed and whatever, he looks as happy. And we're gonna come on to the man of the matches in a bit, but like, you kind of overlook it's at that point where you look past Mo Salah now as man of the match, because he's going to be quality every game. You look at other players going, oh, they were good, and you go, well, actually Mo Salah was fucking amazing as well. It's one of them, and he's what a footballer. But yeah, Kristian, we'll come to you for the pièce de résistance, pardon me, French, for the Darwin Nunez. Obviously, amazing clincher. Obviously, like I said, it might have got a bit nervy. Obviously, 83 minutes to 7 minutes there for City to get back into it, or a bit more, because I think there was 7 minutes of injury time. So there's probably good 15 minutes there for them to get back into it. But Darwin Nunez had a few chances before, and then good little bit of play by Carvalho, just come onto the pitch as well. He wins it. Bobby style in like the 10 position, plays it back, and then it comes back to me, plays it out to Mo Salah. Mo Salah obviously involved again. Nice little ball over to Robertson, and then Robertson back to Darwin Nunez, and he scores. And the celebration alone was boss winning. But what a moment, and what a release for him. I think, like Jay said, there's like psychology is a massive thing in football. I think psychologically for him, that goal could be crucial going into this new season, I think.
Yeah, even though he scored 4, in a preseason friendly, and he got off the mark then, I thought, now when it's more of a competitive game and it's against Man City and everyone, talked about him and Haaland, who's going to score most goals and who's going to be the better player and all that. But, they're both, different and quite similar in some ways. But I think with Darwin Nunez, we got a player who's got more movements than Haaland. And I like the way, Klopp have talked about that. You could tell when he came on last night as well. He moves in the right way, and like the ball that Henderson plays through him when Ederson gets out and saves it, it's a little bit, overhit. If he gets a little bit on his feet early, I think he scores. He get the time to, chip it over him. But it's just the way that he moves. He makes a space for himself, and it's the same thing with the run when he scores. He gets from a little bit behind, then runs away from his defender. And like you said, Mo Salah passes a perfect ball into Robertson, who can but he makes a good header, and then Nunez pops up, and it's a great header as well. Even if it's almost on the goalkeeper, he gets it a bit of an angle on it, and the force that is needed, and he scores. And I think, like you said, for him to score at this kind of game and securing the title, if you like, I think that will help him going into the season as well. And I think everyone talked about the price tag on him, and he's a young player coming from the Portuguese league, but he's got loads of things that I like when I see him move, like just a proper striker, sense in front of goal. He knows where to be, and he runs very smart, and his timing as well. So I'm thinking the more he will play with his team, I think he will score loads of goals. I don't just say that because he's in Liverpool. It's just the way he plays and moves. I think he will, pop up and be at the right place at the right time.
Yeah, and hopefully he'll score a load more. Obviously, that was the first competitive game, so that's one goal in one game. And would you give that the assist for the penalty? I think is it technically not? Yeah, I mean, I would. Goal and assist.
It's the charity shield, so let's just give him charity assists. Go on.
Yeah, he's there, and forcing situations. So he's
exactly.
That's the right spot.
Yeah, exactly. Like you said, that's the timing of the run and whatever else. It was just it was perfect, and I think that just breeds more confidence going into the Fulham game in 6 days' time, which I can't wait for. But yeah, obviously, boys, we won the game. It was bossed. Celebrations after were amazing to see everyone happy. First charity shield in 16 years, and I know that's not something that you're going to be like fucking shouting from the rooftops about, but to win it after a long time without winning it is a nice feeling. But Jay, who was your man of the match? Obviously, we just said before, like Mo Salah was amazing, but I thought, like Kristian mentioned before, Thiago was shocked that I'm saying that. No shock at all. Thiago was boss. Luis Diaz was fucking just like it looked like he had just full energy the whole game, and he was always a threat. Who would you say was your best fella on the day?
I'm gonna go with the crossbar in the 97th minute when Haaland missed from 3 yards. That's my man of the match, because that was just absolutely glorious to see. We just scored. We know we're winning this game. The Liverpool fans were all screaming, Nunez, Nunez, Nunez. And while that's still happening, Haaland fluffs his lines in the most glorious way ever. In his first competitive game, all the pressure's on him to score. He doesn't score. So I'm going with the crossbar, mate.
And that goes in nicely with the thumbnail. Nunez 1, Haaland 0. So superb. Kristian, what do you reckon? Who was yours? Crossbar as well, or?
No, I'm not going to go with the same. It's too easy. But I would say Thiago, to be honest, because Salah is the one that I think everyone would just pick because of the goal and the assist and the way he played. But I think that what we saw from Thiago is, when he came to Liverpool, everyone was talking about will he actually fit into this team the way we play, and he talked about how Klopp made him run. That he, so I think, he looks fit. I hope he can stay fit, but the way he plays the ball and directs the game is just unbelievable. And can he stay fit and be in that midfield, throughout the season constantly, then, he's a world-class midfielder. We haven't seen a player passing the ball like that, maybe since, Sabe Alonso, or, that kind of player who can just, he can make what he wants with a game. He can just make us, slow it down a bit, put on pace or whatever. So he will be my man of the match, because I think he's just a, godly footballer. I just love to watch him play football.
Yeah, I could just watch Thiago just on a field on his own, just kicking the ball. To I don't know, his fucking daughter or son or whatever, it doesn't even matter, but he's that good. One thing that I did notice yesterday about Thiago was he looked a little bit stronger as well in the tackle. Like, I know he gets stuck in, and we know he's great in the air for the little guy and stuff, but a few moments where Bernardo Silva tries to barge him off the ball, and Silva's pretty strong, and Thiago wins that battle. And there's another one with Rodri where he knocked Rodri to the deck, and Rodri's a fucking unit himself, like 6'3", and he's a massive fella, and he does that to him. So I'm hoping that going into this season, like you said, Kristian, if he stays fit, that'll be a big reason why we do well. If Thiago's fit, then Liverpool tend to play better. So yeah, that's a good shout. But yeah, I just thought we'd have a little quick chat about Carvalho as well, Jay. Like, he came on, obviously, I think the last 5 minutes and was involved in the winner and stuff. But it was nice to see him come on as well, obviously, and then the celebration with Nunez and whatever for the Nunez goal. It was nice to see him have a little cameo in the game as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, mate. It shows that Klopp wants to put him in big type matches as well. So yeah, pleased to see him get some minutes, and yeah, looking forward to seeing if he gets some minutes next week against Fulham. So yeah, I'm really pleased to see him on the pitch.
Yeah, 6 more days, and we'll have that. But yeah, in terms of, obviously, we're not going to talk about Fulham in depth, but Kristian, in terms of Fulham, then would you just, in terms of team selection, would you start Nunez after yesterday, or would you keep him in? And then obviously Alisson comes in goal, doesn't he, for Adrian?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind to see Nunez from the start, to be honest. Now he came on from the bench and he had an impact straight away, and it's that kind of game. But Premier League game, first game, some might say you should go more safe, maybe starting Firmino. But I wouldn't mind with, like I said, the way Nunez runs and the spaces he creates. So, if he can get on the pitch from the start and hopefully score a goal, then that will create even more, self-confidence and all that. So I love Firmino, but I would love to see Nunez start when you got Diaz on the left and Salah on the right with their speed, and someone with a little bit more pace and strength, in the box. That I think would be great against Fulham, to be honest.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, exactly. Couldn't agree more with that. But yeah, we'll leave it there, boys, because we've done, I don't know how long it's been, 20 minutes, but that's enough to get ready for Fulham. And obviously we'll try and do a Fulham preview as well before that one comes around in 6 days' time. But if you did like the video, please do like it and subscribe to the channel. We're getting ever closer to 1.5k subs. Go and check out Jay's Sami Hyypiä documentary. If you look at I think it's the third recent video or the second most recent video on the channel, so you just have a little look at that and a little insight into Sami Hyypiä's 10-year career at Liverpool, and it's very, very good. So go and have a watch of that. And if you're listening on audio platforms like Spotify or Apple or whatever, do drop us a like and a follow on there, and even leave a comment or leave us a review if you can, because the reviews will help us out and help us gain more traction in terms of getting more listens and whatever else, which helps us as well. So go and do that. And yeah, nice one again to Jay, nice one again to Kristian. And yeah, we'll see you all very soon. Up the Reds.